Okay, guys, CreepyPasta project here today, and I wanted to read a very, very terrible story. I felt like reading a terrible story today, also known as what I did before, a ShittyPasta. I did ShittyPastas in the past and stuff like that. It's very early in the morning. Cut me a break. Okay, this one is called Old's Massacre. We'll see what this one has to say. Hello, my name is Francis, and I am a big fan of the Animals of Farthingwood. I have no idea what the fuck that game is. I've honestly never heard of that game. The game that I know that has the word animal in it, the only game that I know, is Animal Crossing. And I don't even play that game either. I've never heard of this game. And I have all the episodes of the show too. One day, I went searching online to see if I could find any. I managed to find one on eBay titled The Animals of Farthingwood Lost Episode. Okay, so this is one of those lost episode tropes, okay. I remember when I did lost episodes back then when they were actually really decent and they were actually well writ. I'm not too sure how I feel about this one so far. So I bought it, since I'm such a big fan. When the package arrived, I opened it up and the DVD case had no title or anything, which was odd. When I opened the case, the DVD had only the words, The Animals of Farthingwood Lost Episode, written on it. Okay, they already done fucked up there. They're not supposed to say lost episode. You're supposed to, they're not, it's not supposed, I don't think it's supposed to say live episode. I mean, I mean, are they just trying to make it obvious? Is this person trying to make this obvious that it's a lost episode? I mean, if you really think about it, there was one that I did called Max and Ruby, where it was kind of the same thing, but I don't think it said lost episode. But it was like 004 or something like that. The episode began, and the episode began was the regular theme song. However, it randomly distorted. Okay. So this is your typical lost episode trope. Okay, so it seems to me that this is very, very saturated with lost episode type of things. So so I have like a crappy pasta, like a really terrible shitty pasta checklist. So it goes along the, because I found this checklist and it actually really does make a lot of sense. Basically goes, the author thinks that the game is hacked. The author is scared but keeps playing. The author has nightmares because of the game. The author has unnecessarily explains the game mechanics. The author cries or vomits. Author knows exact increments of time. Author purchases game from a garage sale. Author gets game from a friend. Author sympathizes with game characters. Author destroys the game afterwards. Author is a fanatic about the game series. Author ends in killing himself. Game has hyper-realistic blood, and so on and so forth. There are a few others, but I didn't list them off. But those are the tropes that you get with like these lost games or like these lost episodes and stuff like that with like hyper realism or anything like that. It just I have a funny feeling this one is so saturated with it. It's gonna be funny as hell. So for every time I go through, we'll see if there is a trope. There's a trope. The episode began was a regular theme song. Grammar is a bit off there. However, it randomly distorted at points, which was weird, but I brushed it off. The episode was titled Bold's Massacre, which was a weirdly dark title, even by this show's standards. The episode began with Fox and Vixen with their clubs, who were essentially teenagers now. For some reason, all the characters' voices were different. I don't know about the show, nor do I know about the game, so I couldn't tell you if they were or not. But I paid no attention to it. Bolt said that he wanted to... What did he want to do? Bolt said that he wanted to... Then the screen went to static for a few seconds, which was odd since this wasn't a VHS. Fox told him no after some arguing. Bold screamed at Fox saying, "Fuck you, Dad, I fucking hate you so fucking much." Fox said, "Bold, you do not use that kind of language around here, my son." Okay, so is this like a kid show or something like that I don't know about? Where somehow this fucking, this language is being used in this kid show? It's funny. I was shocked. I never expected anyone to swear in this show. Then Bold said, "You do not fucking tell me what to do." Fox said, "That's it, Bold. You're grounded." I had to do it in that voice just because it was just funny. This enraged Bold, who said, "You will fucking regret this," before storming off. Vixen told Fox not to be too harsh on Bold, but Fox said that Bold needed to learn a lesson. The camera then cut to Bold, who said, "I hate my parents so fucking much, I'm going to fucking kill them." Then he blinked and his eyes turned. Here they are, black with red dots. So we're going with the going with the whole Sonic.exe trope. We're gonna have to go with Sonic.exe here. Gotta go with the fucking red eyes and stuff like that. He went back to Fox and Vixen. Fox said, "What are you doing here, Bold? I told you you're grounded." But then Bold then said in a demonic voice. Okay, I have to try to do a demonic voice. "I'm going to fucking kill you." Then he ripped Fox's throat out, and there was hyper-realistic, yep, there's another one, hyper-realistic blood. Yep, there it is. Vixen screamed, "Bold, what the hell are you doing?" Bold replied, "Die now," and killed Vixen in an instant, and blood spattered everywhere. Then Bold went over to Charmer, Dreamer, and Friendly, who didn't know what Bold had just done. Bold told them, "Gotta do the demonic voice. You're going to fucking die now," and killed Dreamer. Friendly screamed, "Bold, what have you done?" To which Bold replied, "Only what needs to be done," and killed Friendly. Charmer ran away from Bold while Bold chased after him. Charmer eventually lost him, but then Bold showed up and said, "Surprise, motherfucker," before killing Charmer. Then Bold walked up to the camera with a demonic smile and said, "You're next." Then the episode ended with the normal end credits song. However, the credits were in blood. There's your typical credits in blood type of thing. That's a trope too. And only 2 people were credited. Evil Bold and Evil Patrick's. So the way I'm seeing this is that Patrick's isn't even spelled right. It's actually spelled with 2 X's at the very end. Jesus fuck. This is so stupid. I was horrified by what I saw and dialed 112. I thought you were supposed to dial 911. Okay. To alert the police about what I had just saw at the police station. Me and the officers watched the episode, and the officers were horrified by what they had saw. I asked the officers if they were going to destroy the disc, but they said they wouldn't. They said that they would keep the disc as police evidence. They ended up putting the DVD in its case and put it in a police vault where it remains to this very day. One day, when I was preparing to go to bed, I saw that one of the paintings in the hallway had changed to a picture of Evil Bold. Oh, so it's one of those something happens something happens in your house as you're going out, and it doesn't make sense to me. I've never understood that. I really haven't. When I blinked, it was back to what it was originally was. I thought maybe it was just a hallucination. However, later that one day, one of my kitchen knives went missing. I ended up seeing Timmy's Bold plushie with the knife sitting next to it. Oh, yep. Okay, so this is kind of taking a bit from fucking Sonic.exe. Yeah, I say Sonic.exe because that's the biggest one that's the biggest one that I noticed that being the case with a plush. I was freaked out, but thought it was just one huge coincidence. If only I would predict what was to come. One night, While I was preparing to go to bed, I saw Evil Bolt standing in my bedroom. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. The plush came to life. It's happening. The plush came to life. I completely froze. He said, "Hello, Henry. I see you've watched the last episode of Farthingwood." "Yes, but what are you doing in my house?" I replied. "I've come to deliver a message from Evil Patrick's." This time it's spelled with 3 X's, apparently. He said, "He told me to tell you that he wants you to find him." "Why does he want me to find him?" I asked. "Because he is your father," Evil Bold replied. "How do I find him?" I asked. "He told me that I cannot tell you. You must find that out yourself." He replied. Afterwards, he left. I am currently trying to find out how to find Evil Patrick's. Eventually, I will find him, and my quest will be complete. And that's just how the story ends. See, the thing is that he didn't even explain how he was his father in any capacity. The dude just basically believed him and was like, it's like, "Luke, I am your father."
No, I am your father.
I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell? This was written very, very badly in a sense of, I have no idea what the fuck this show or game is about. I don't even know what the hell this is. Secondly, the whole fucking hyperrealism thing, you could definitely hear that. There was hyperrealism mentioned in this fucking story. There was there was so much there that I feel like, oh, it was just terrible. It genuinely was just fucking terrible. But anywho, this was the story, Bolt Massacre. A very, very terrible story that I deem 1 out of fucking 1 million. It was that terrible. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stupid ass fucking story, and I will see you guys in the next video, depending on what I'm doing. Who knows?